90%. Winds are relatively calm and the pressure at 30.17. Clouds right now, we've got 41 currently at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I got to tell you, this staying inside the house all weekend.
It's tough.
With your wife. This is going to kill me, I think. She's got projects.
This is going to kill you?
This is going to kill me.
She is going to kill you?
Well, she's going to kill me because I don't do...
You're not a project guy.
Well, it's not that. I don't have any say in the projects, you see.
Oh.
No. It's like, here's a project, and you're going to come and, do what I tell you to do over the next hour or hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm not real good over the course of my life and career in taking orders. How about you? Tom Levine
I took
joins
orders.
us.
I took orders
This weekend?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
Yes, we're going to Evansville. We're going to see my parents. Make sure they're okay.
It's like they got a field promotion. These wives.
No, that's generally the way she is.
Yeah, that's generally the way it happens. I don't know if that's
the way it
your
happens
house.
around my house.
That's the same way it happens in my house too.
You got orders too?
Oh, I have marching orders every day. It
Do.
doesn't matter.
Well, this just seems like they were much more intense this weekend.
And it's always phrased in the form of a question.
Not mine.
Would you mind?
No.
And
This is what you're going to do.
And it's always
when you have time.
yeah, when you have time.
In other words,
if you get
drop
time.
what you're doing now.
Yeah, you betcha.
I can say I have plenty to do.
Yeah.
And it won't matter.
And you know what? The toilet paper scare is abating, but it's still going on.
I was in a local big store the other day. Couldn't believe people was acting that way. All in a hurry, walking around like they's mad. I found out why over in paper goods, them aisles was empty, and there I stood, not even a paper napkin to be had. Then a skid load of Sherman rolled in out the back like feeding piranhas. They began to attack, pushing and shoving, even throwed a punch or two. Well, them people wasn't raised in the country like me. Toilet paper was a rich man's luxury. I wrote this song, tell them other things they can do. I've used weeds and leaves and a handful of grass. All kinds of ways you can clean yourself. And when the new Sears catalog came out, we's all glad. In the summertime when sweet corn was ripe, we'd save every cob with a really good white toilet paper to us, something that the rich folks had.
Our friends, the Moron Brothers.
That's great. That was wonderful.
The Moron Brothers, yeah.
Other than that, no, I didn't.
They're geniuses.
So you did go to Evansville yesterday?
Yes, we did. No, Saturday.
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 You didn't get stopped at the state line or anything like that?
No, we left early.
Okay. Well,
Before the Holden place.
What did you do? I did.
we just kind of stuck around. Didn't do anything. Watched a lot of TV.
Well, that's the.
Watched a little bit of America's Book of Secrets.
Right. You suggested that to me.
And then watched a great documentary on ZZ Top. Man, that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we watched the same thing. We watched the ZZ Top documentary.
Yeah.
We watched it a couple weeks ago.
We're groping because we're done with Longmire. We're groping. We got to find something. And what the suggestion of the lady that goes back in time, Overlander, is that the name of it?
I've not heard of that.
Don't know.
I don't know. We need some help.
We're going to need some help on that. That's for sure.
We started a new one last night. It's
What was
6
that?
episodes on the Food Channel. We are watching Buddy versus Duff, the Cake King.
Oh, you poor
Buddy
man.
from the cake
I thought
place
I had
in
it
New
bad.
York City.
You're being forced
And-
against your will to see a baking show?
Oh, I actually want to see this show.
Oh,
It's
my
hilarious.
God.
Duff Goldman
Put
is
your
great.
man card right here. Put your man card right
Oh,
there.
you've never seen what Duff can do with a cake.
I don't care to see what Duff can do. All I want to see is a cake going down my throat. That's the other thing that's going on, buddy. Let me tell you right now.
Diets.
I've got a story in here about the stocks are going through the roof for the folks that own stock in ding-dongs and stuff like that. Our health craze is officially dead
Over.
as people go in and stock up on stuff. Did you do any shopping this weekend?
Oh, I went Friday afternoon.
Right in the nexus of it.
You know what?
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
Really?
Nope, not at all. Went in to Save a Lot. They had everything I wanted.
Didn't have what I wanted.
I was second in line in the checkouts.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's before
I was done.
that must be before the. What time did you go in?
you know.
Well,
Of course, I ran a few people over with it. No,
get out of
you know
my
what?
way,
You know
coming
what?
through.
I had no problems at all. Did have a fun, we had the grandkids last week, right? Okay. Well, Keaton, the 10-year-old, announced that, can I get a Lunchable? I said, sure, grab a couple of Lunchables. I turned around, he's packed up 8, and he's carrying them like cordwood. I said, you realize the stores are still open, right? And they're going to be open. Oh, but, no.
I got to have these pop on. I'm going to need some
these
toilet roll papers too.
So we put most of them back.
You know what we did
because-
last night? This was really interesting. My 8-year-old grandson figured out how to be able to do point-to-point video on our phones
Okay.
in Bethalto, Illinois, Springfield, Missouri, and Fairfield of the collection
Right.
of my sons, so that we could see each other and talk. It was, and the 8-year-old was the one that set up the teleconference. It was incredible. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And next thing I know, will you accept this? Yes, I accepted it. And I said, there's Springfield,
All of a
Missouri.
sudden,
There's-
everybody pops up.
there they are. Yeah, so it's that's probably going to happen more.
Right.
Oh, I would think so.
Don't you think that's gonna become the fad?
Definitely,
Right.
I would think so.
All right, I got something in my hand here.
Ba 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 bucket a bunk. Ba 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 bucket a bunk. Bucket a bunk. The bucket a bunk. Oh, bucket a bunk. You got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling for the buck.
Okay. Birthdays today. Joan Crawford would have been, well, here's the thing. She would never ever give anybody her birth date year. But she's believed to have died at the age of 71 in 1977. This is her birth.
71-ish.
So 71-ish. She was born on this date in some year with 1900, and then there's a blank
Yeah.
there. We think '06. Her real name was Lucille Fay LaSure. Crawford became one of the most prominent movie stars, one of the highest paid women in the United States. In 1945, she won the Academy Award for Best Actress for her work as Mildred Pierce, and that was the name of the movie as well. She received Best Actress nominations for Possessed in 1947, Sudden Fear in 1952. She continued to act in film throughout the 50s and 60s, and also 1962 she was in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. In 1955, she became involved with the Pepsi-Cola Company because she married the chairman of the board and the chief executive officer, Alfred Steele. She married 4 times in her life. Her first 3 marriages ended in divorce. The last ended in the death of her husband, this guy. And they tried to get rid of her when he died.
Yeah.
And she made a big deal and got a seat on the Pepsi board, which served her purposes financially. Of course, after she died, there was a big deal. She had a number of adopted children, 2 of which, early in her career, Christina and Christopher, they did not have a good relationship with Ma.
Really?
No.
Even though she adopted him.
Yes. In October 1968, her 29-year-old daughter, Christina, who was then acting in New York on a soap opera, The Secret Storm, needed immediate medical attention for a ruptured ovarian tumor in her 60s. Crawford offered to play the role until Christina was well enough to return. The producers, of course, grabbed that. Even, I mean, she's playing
Yeah.
40 years. She's 40 years older than the
Right.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's Joan Crawford. Anyway, she died in the 70s. In her will, which was signed on October 28th of 1976, Crawford bequeathed to her two youngest children, Cindy and Kathy, $77,000 apiece from her $2 million estate. But she explicitly disinherited the two oldest of her children, Christina and Christopher. Quote, "It is my intention to make no provision herein for my son Christopher or my daughter Christina for reasons which are well known to them."
Ooh.
Well, what came next?
Well,
Mommy
Mommy
Dearest.
Dearest.
Mommy Dearest became a bestseller. Christina had it ghostwritten. And then in 1981, Faye Dunaway played a great Joan Crawford in the movie Mommy Dearest, which was a huge hit. And it was interesting because there were the old guard movie people saying that was a cheap shot. But there were lots of younger people, the age of Christina, that said, we saw the abuse. Remember the scene where she had wire hangers?
no wire hangers. No wire hangers.
And so, I mean, it's
How many times have I told you?
you have to believe some of it, okay? But you could tell that she could have been. I mean, it's a $2 million estate. I'm one of the daughters, and I don't get anything.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the same kind of stuff came out about Bing Crosby.
Right.
So I mean, it tarnished this
image, yeah.
this image of her forever. Rick Ocasek was born on this date. He died in September of last year at the age of 75.
Lead singer for the Cars.
And something rhythm guitarist. He was a songwriter for the group, the Cars as well. In addition to his work with the Cars, Ocasek recorded 7 solo albums, and some of them did quite well as well. Married 3 times, had 6 sons. He had 2 sons per wife.
Okay.
Found dead in his New York City townhouse in September of last year, recovering from surgery. They said that he had died of natural causes. Rick Ocasek, born on this date. He would have been 76. Carrie Russell is 44 today. She came to fame for portraying the title role of Felicity Porter on the WB drama series. Did anybody watch the WB?
I don't think so.
Nobody's looking here.
No.
1998 to 2002, she won a Golden Globe Award for it. She starred as a KGB agent, Elizabeth Jennings, on the FX spy thriller series, The Americans. Anybody seen that?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, she might not have been a good choice for inclusion in the bucket of bunk. She first appeared on television at the age of 15 as a cast member of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club variety show. She was one of those
Oh, yeah.
folks on the Disney Channel. She was on the show between 91 and 94 and come seasons 4 to 6. In 92, she appeared in Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. In 1993, she had a role in the sitcom Boy Meets World. She's also been in a number of films. Oh, Waitress, August Rush, Extraordinary Measures, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
The remake.
Dawn of the Planet of the
Yeah.
Apes. Free State Jones, and Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. She was in that.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember her.
Yeah.
On this
I don't
date,
think I'd know her if she walked up and said, hey.
Carrie Russell. She's 44. You probably not. You're too old.
Yeah, probably so.
March 23rd, 1775, American revolutionary Patrick Henry said,
Give me liberty or give me death.
perfect. Excellent. Well done,
Thank
my
you.
friend. Well played. 1806, explorers Lewis and Clark reached the Pacific coast. So what did they do then?
Now you turned around and went the other way.
They
Came back. Turned around and came back.
started back.
Well, we've
we're
gone
here.
about as far as we can go. Let's look at it for a couple of minutes and turn around and go back.
That river is pretty long. That's pretty wide.
That's a wide river.
I don't think we're going to be able
cross that one.
1839, the first recorded use of the word okay in the Boston Morning Post. 1839. Okay means all correct. O-L-L, correct. I have no idea. Is it 'cause
Since when is correct spelled with a K?
is it all
And
correct?
since
Is
when
that
is
German?
all spelled with
It
an
must, be,
O?
must be German.
Is it German?
Must
maybe?
be. Okay, for the first time. 1840, the first successful photo of the moon was taken. We're talking about the planetary moon.
Yeah.
Our moon.
Probably was a picture of a moon or two before then. 1901.
Well, maybe
All
not. They didn't really
previous-
have cameras before then.
All previous pictures were paintings.
Of local plumbers working on something underneath the sink. 1901, Dame Nellie Melba revealed the secret to her famous...
Melba toast?
That's it! You are solid! The secret to her
Here's
toast.
to Melba.
Melba toast. Good job. You're sharp this
I'm
morning.
on fire. I'm on fire. I'm in fuego.
Guess what was invented in 1912? The Dixie Cup.
Okay.
First Dixie. Remember when you used to have the little Dixie Cup dispenser?
Oh, yeah. You always put them...
Arthur G. Hamilton set a new parachute record when he fell. He fell from 24,400 feet. All right, so it's got to be from a balloon, right?
What year was that?
1921. No
Had
plane's
to
going
have
to go.
been from a balloon.
No plane's going
Yes.
24,000 feet. It's got to be a balloon. And that's the record. But what kind of guts does it take to depend on a parachute in 1921 from 24,000 feet?
You got to have some big old kahunas for that.
First jump, 10 feet.
You gotta have.
Didn't open.
You gotta have
work our way up.
some man-sized.
Yeah,
kahunas.
because that takes guts. There's no doubt about that. 1957, the U.S. Army on this date sold the last of its homing pigeons.
1957.
1957. Might have to bring them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure they used them in war before there were satellites, right?
Well, isn't there a scene in The Longest Yard where they're trying to send a wireless
The longest
message?
yard.
The longest day. I'm sorry. The
I was
longest.
going to say, I didn't
day.
remember Burt Reynolds having a homing pigeon in there.
No, pigeons, and they go the wrong way.
That's right. I remember that. 1972 on this date. Take a guess of how many bones Evel Knievel broke after successfully jumping 35 cars. I'm going to give you 10 on either side of this.
201.
No.
135.
No. 93.
93.
That's enough, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
93 bones. How do you mend from 93? Well, you get back on the motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
You do it again.
Yeah.
Is that the one
You
I
get
wonder-
a jet-powered motorcycle and you try to jump the Snake River Canyon.
And you have a parachute if it doesn't work. He didn't get hurt at that one, did he?
No.
1981, CBS Television announced plans to reduce Captain Kangaroo to only 30 minutes a day. I love the captain.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Were you
Moose.
a captain guy?
I was a Captain Kangaroo.
I was a
guy.
captain.
Yeah.
Mr. Moose, Bunny Rabbit,
Mr. Green Jeans.
Grandfather Clock.
Mm-hmm.
Bunny Rabbit was the ping pong balls?
I thought that was Mr. Moose.
It might have been Mr.
Yeah,
Moose. All right. Well, 1998, the movie Titanic won 11 Oscars. I didn't ever watch that movie all the way through because I knew how it ended.
Yeah. There's no alternate ending. I mean, you don't sit in a theater and, a year after it comes out and go, now with the alternate ending.
I'm not going to get myself wrapped up emotionally with characters that I know are going to freeze to death in the North Atlantic. And I knew that's what's going to happen to, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get to like him.
What was his name? Jack something or other, wasn't it?
Don't know.
Oh, well. 1961, Elvis Presley recorded Can't Stop Falling in Love with You. 1964, John Lennon's first book, In His Own Right, W-R-I-T-E, was published. In 1969, Anita Bryant and the Lettermen appeared at a rally for decency in Miami. That was the day after Jim Morrison's indecent exposure there. So she was following him around. 1973, here's a big day.
73.
1973, on this date, Yoko Ono granted permission to leave. Oh, no, not leave, live in the United States.
In the United States.
Oh.
That's not good. We don't need Yoko around busting up the Beatles. 1985, Billy Joel and Christy Brinkley were married in New York. So there you go. There's your bucket of bunk. Tom Levine with Mark and myself here. The Carnaby Square question of the day is, and this was posted, I wrote it on Friday. Of course, then everything went to heck Friday afternoon.
Right.
With the governor. The Carnaby Square question of the day, if you get a $1,200 check, and there's some question as to whether that's going to happen or not.
Right, yeah.
Right.
From the government, what would you do with the money? We'll discuss what was a big question. Lots of people responding. We'll come back and tell you about it on Morning Coffee right after this.
If you're hungry for some delicious Deep South barbecue, then go down to the Big Deal store at WFIWradio.com and purchase the $20 gift certificate for only $14.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
You know how they say the grass is always greener? Well, at F&B it is. We're pleased to announce new rewards checking account products to help you milk your account for all it's worth. You won't find another cash cow like this anywhere. You can call it an easy way to grow your money. We call it Moolah Cash and Moolah Cashback. Give us a call or visit us online at fnbcommunitybank.com to learn more. FNB, banking, business, life. Member FDIC.
All growers be advised, reports of yield-robbing diseases have been spotted trespassing in your area. Miravis Top Fungicide is now responding. It's the only fungicide custom-built for the toughest conditions growers face and designed to set up a powerful perimeter in fields like yours. Ask your local Syngenta retailer or sales rep about how Miravis Top can help you keep control of your fields with a new standard of plant health and protect against trespassing diseases. Over and out. Always read and follow label instructions.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when the Tower Commission reported on the Iran-Contra mess?
Members of the system who were privy to what was going on failed the president.
Donald Reagan resigned as President Reagan's chief of staff. Howard Baker took over. Dennis Conner's Stars and Stripes won back the America's Cup.
It's got to be a great thrill for us and a great thrill for America to bring the cup back where it belongs.
Bill Elliott's T-Bird got the checkered flag at Daytona. And this is what the new music sounded like. Think you got it? Well, hold on. The answer and just a touch of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Mom, delivery!
You've been loading up on things from Walmart.
Yeah, I used my new Capital One Walmart Rewards card. It earns unlimited 5% back on everything I buy from Walmart online.
Say what?
5% back.
Say what?
5% back.
Say what now?
5% back!
With what?
The Capital One Walmart Rewards card. Earn unlimited rewards, including 5% back at Walmart online on top of Walmart's everyday low prices. What's in your wallet?
Terms and exclusions apply. Capital One N.A. Attention Walmart shoppers. This is a Jackson Hewitt Tax Service announcement. Save time and money with Jackson Hewitt and Walmart. For a limited time, you can shop while a skilled Jackson Hewitt tax pro prepares your federal tax return for as little as $48, but no more than $149, only at Jackson Hewitt and Walmart. Hurry, this offer won't last. Get your coupon code and terms at jacksonhewitt.com. Then stop by one of our Walmart locations for this limited time offer to get your taxes done while you shop for only $149 or less. That's Jackson Hewitt and Walmart.
February 1987.
Huey Lewis and the News with Jacob's Ladder, the top song of February 1987. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Sierra HPC has recently enhanced provider availability at our Fairfield location. Matt Brown is a physician's assistant and Allison Frost is a nurse practitioner and have recently joined our team and are excited to serve you. Both provide a full spectrum of healthcare for all your family members regardless of age. Call 618-842-4470 to schedule your appointment at the Fairfield Community Health Center.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to your station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Three Chicks Fudgery, Act Tire and Auto, Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, and Bullard's Farm Market and Bakery. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
This is Carnaby Square, and yes, they are still in operation. They have taken extra precaution to keep you safe while shopping. Carnaby Square is offering a $10 coupon at the register when you purchase $50 or more. Check out Carnaby's Facebook page. They are posting all of the latest deliveries. Message Carnaby Square if you see something you love. It's a trying time for all of us, but together we can stay positive and keep our community strong.
Oh, we're back on Morning Coffee, hearing all kinds of interesting stories. We'll share a few of them. The question of the day, the Carnaby Square question of the day, you just heard from Christy. And we need to talk about that for a second, how people are staying open. We need to talk about that in just a second. But the Carnaby Square question of the day, Carnaby Square, of course, the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield. If you get a $1,200 check from the government, and that's an iffy thing right now, what would you do with it? Now, if I back out everybody that says or said pay bills, that would take out literally 40 comments.
Yeah, I think so. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
I can hear her.
Hello? There we go.
Yeah, you got me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Christy.
Hi, Christy. How are
Christy.
you?
Hey, I'm fine. Hey, the ad that just went was last week's. We aren't open, so I don't want anybody
You
to
aren't
think.
open.
Okay. All right. When I heard that, I thought, well, Christy is going to be open. You're going to be open to the extent that...
Open but not open.
No, we could say we are essential, but we really aren't essential. I mean, we are. I guess you do need clothes, but where are you going to go? But, you know, we're here. I'm here. And but I didn't want anybody to think, oh, yeah, Christy's open, you know.
All right.
Okay.
But Libby's got an ad to go for me.
All right.
And basically, you know, it just says support your small businesses on Facebook and share the post and, you know, still buy off of them and still go through that curb service, and we're all going to make it. So
All right. I'm sorry that I'm glad you called. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Christy.
All right, Christy. Thank you.
Bye.
That is what we're doing.
That's what you're doing at the
Down
store?
at Black's Flower Shop. Doors are going to be closed, but if you need anything, just give us a call.
Give us a call.
Give us a call.
We had over 4,300 people reached by this question of the day, asking if you get this $1,200 check, what would you do with it? Most people say pay bills, but there's some other interesting.
Right.
Hold on to it. You got another call?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Good morning, Mike, Mark, and Tom.
Good morning.
Dave Rigg.
Yeah, Dave, what's
Hey,
up?
I was going to be on Morning Coffee this morning, as you know, and we just couldn't make connection with Skype and so on. First thing off the top of my head is, can I get a copy of that song you played earlier for Bluegrass Gospel?
We'll get it mailed to you, dude.
Get you a link.
Okay. All right. Secondly, this, I don't enjoy not being able to go to church on Sundays, and I understand how people who may be losing money, working and so on, are suffering. I understand all that. But I started researching the Spanish flu epidemic of 2018 a couple of years ago in preparing stories for my Facebook page, Bone Gap History. In Bone Gap Cemetery are the remains of a soldier who died from Spanish flu in an army camp there.
Okay, then you mean 1918 is what you're talking about, not 2018.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right, that's okay.
1918. What happened there is, and of course there's not 100% consensus on where Spanish flu started, but most people believe it started there in an army camp in Kansas. Camp Funston, I believe, is what it was called at that time. An army cook came down with Spanish flu, but he kept working, and the theory is that he infected the food, and soldiers started getting sick. This soldier from Bone Gap was among them. His name was Lloyd Thrall. Anyway, the soldiers then, of course, as they got sick, you'd think, well, they'd isolate those guys, and they didn't. They started sending them out across the country and over to Europe to fight in World War I, and the Spanish flu just kept spreading. President Woodrow Wilson was told, by generals of the Army, quit sending these sick soldiers over here, but he didn't do that. And what's ironic is eventually Woodrow Wilson caught the Spanish flu, and it almost killed him. In fact, weakened him from that day forward, and he died early. But secondly, they were conducting, I think you indicated there in your morning coffee, or in your
commentary,
Talk is Cheap, that there were rallies held to raise money for the war, and you talked about that in St. Louis and in Philadelphia. Health officials encouraged Woodrow Wilson to put a stop to that, and he wouldn't do it because they wanted to keep raising money, and the flu kept spreading. It's been shown that there were newspapers that were carrying stories about this flu epidemic, and they were discouraged by government officials to stop doing that. So clearly, lessons were learned from the Spanish flu outbreak of 2018, and I would think that health officials are using that as an example to President Trump and to other governors as to what should be done.
Yeah,
you and I know that people are not responsible. I've seen many sick people at ball games and even sometimes in church. And, I do a lot of ball games on the radio for you guys and on the internet. And when I'm out doing a game in an inside building, I never use the handrails. And this was long before this thing came along because, I make my living talking. And the last thing I need is to get sick. And so I always refrain from using handrails at these ball games so that I don't pick up some germs that leads to a head cold or a chest cold or whatever. And if people who get sick would truly, on their own merits, stay home and not spread, which is biblical because, the Old Testament, the Hebrew people were told if anybody got sick, they had to leave the camp and stay outside the camp of Israel until they got feeling better, and then they had to go to the priest to be proclaimed health enough to go back home. And so, but people selfishly many times, even though they're sick, they think, I don't want to miss this or I want to do that, and they go out and they infect everybody else with colds and flus and so on. So, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I appreciate
this
that.
is the best approach.
I appreciate that, Dave. Thank you. And by the way, I want to apologize. There was an interruption of your show on the AM station and 103.3 on Sunday afternoon, and I'm on top of that this morning. But
okay.
Anyway.
All right.
We're back to the question of the day real fast. Thank you.
$1,200.
Dave. $1,200. And some people are talking about donating to a greater cause. That's what Becky wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Help my family. I'd like to help those in need wherever possible. There's some really nice comments here that make sense. then there's folks that want more fishing supplies for the upcoming season. I mean, folks want to assist their family. They're worried about their utilities. Amber says she's going to Disney. Well, good luck, Amber. Disney's not open, man.
Disney World.
Not going to Disney World. So anyway, I thought there was some pretty interesting answers. But, like buy a bigger mower.
Well,
maybe you need a bigger mower. Absolutely.
That's right.
I just wanted to also remind you that there's a lot of folks that since you're inside the house, you got to have right now some heat. It's not going to be long before you're going to need some air conditioning. And the guy that we like to recommend to you is Brian Reitnauer. You can tell him that you heard about on Morning Coffee. He's available 24 hours a day. He can help you with business in Wayne, Hamilton, Clay counties. And he works with his son, Dustin, a great family. They provide 24-hour service if you need any help. But, he's also known for his work in geothermal. So if you're thinking about that as a possibility, Brian Reitnauer Heating and Air Conditioning, 618-214-2593. All right.
Dateline, Slidell, Louisiana.
Okay.
Slidell.
Yep. Police pulled over a driver about a week and a half ago for driving with plates that expired in September of 1997.
All right.
Yeah.
1997. More than 20 years ago.
More than 20 years ago.
Police on their Facebook page noted that the driver told them that he'd just been busy lately and totally forgot to renew his vehicle registration, and that he would take care of that issue as soon as he got home.
That's a horrible excuse. Just forgot it for all these years.
What's more amazing? Busy.
What's more amazing is the cops didn't see it before then.
They just caught him.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we lost Kenny Rogers.
Yes, I know. I heard about that.
He was known for more than chicken.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Roasters.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. But, I mean, look at that career.
That red light.
Think about this career. It's unbelievable. I mean, this guy,
what, 4 or 5 decades?
He started with the New Christie Minstrel. Well, he was a solo act in like the late 50s.
Okay.
Then the New Christie Minstrels.
Right.
Then Kenny Rogers in the first edition.
Right.
I was trying to remember exactly what hit. I'm trying to see what condition my condition is in. Wasn't
Just
that
checked in.
Yes.
To see what condition my condition was in.
Then, of course, he did The Gambler. That became huge in the way of a franchise.
Right.
Then there was the duets with Dolly Parton, with,
I think he did one with Sheena Easton.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Just Tammy Wynette? No, I'm not quite sure.
No.
He also did a collaboration with Lionel Richie, who wrote his song Lady. This guy died at the age of 81, and I feel bad. I made jest of the fact that he, in his later years, obviously had some work done.
Yeah.
But the Kenny Rogers brand was unbelievably substantial. And, and by the way, there was a really heartfelt Twitter video done by Dolly Parton.
Right.
Upon his death last week. But then a story came out about Dolly Parton after that.
Okay.
She wants to pose for Playboy for her 75th birthday.
Right. I heard about that.
Come on. She told 60 Minutes she wants to ring in 75 by recreating her iconic Playboy cover from 1978. I don't recall seeing that in 1978.
I saw a picture of it. She had bunny ears and a bow tie and
the
cuffs.
bunny costume. Yeah.
You're confirming that,
Yes.
Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a picture of it.
She was 32 then.
Yeah.
She's 74 now.
Right.
And
I
soon
don't
to be
know.
75.
She says she thinks the outfit will still fit.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's something. I thought Playboy was in trouble. This might bring him back, I guess, huh?
You never know. Never can tell.
So what do you got over there, Bob?
All right, I got some trivia for us.
Oh, good. Time for
TV
that?
trivia, because, with the shelter-in-place order, we're all watching more TV.
Okay.
All right.
All right, TV trivia today. Number 1, who played Chandler's father on Friends?
Okay.
Only appeared about four or five times, okay? Number 2, in the TV show Bewitched, which part of her body does Samantha twitch to cast a spell?
That's easy.
Number 3, every episode of Seinfeld contains a reference to what superhero?
Oh, I know that.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, who shot JR?
Yes, I do know that.
Number 5, what color was Jeannie's harem costume in I Dream of Jeannie?
Okay. I have to say, I really, I studied
You know that one,
I
but you
studied
don't-
that costume.
You know that one, but you don't know about this.
Number 6, in what TV show did Sheriff Andy Taylor first appear in?
Oh, I mean, as Sheriff Andy Taylor?
As Sheriff Andy Taylor, yes. Number 7, who was Alec? Not her.
There was a little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, okay, hold on.
We need the name of that.
All right,
little dude.
it's not Tina.
No.
In number 8, in what reality TV show are contestants eliminated by tribal council?
Okay.
Number 9, who was the youngest person to ever host Saturday Night Live? And how old was she?
Oh, you're giving us the gender there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know that.
Number 10, what character stays in Korea after the final episode of MASH?
Okay.
Okay. Boy, that's hard. But we know that the peanut gallery's going to know that.
I know that one.
I'm going to think about it.
I got you, Jeff.
I'm going to think about it. So we'll be back with Morning Coffee. We got some answers to the trivia. Stay here.
Mortgage rates are at historic lows. Refinance today and get $350 off closing costs now through March 31st. Apply online at peoplesnationalbank.com or stop by People's National Bank and let a mortgage lender show you how much money you could save. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Discount available in Illinois branches only. Applications must be submitted by March 31st, 2020.
What's Going On is brought to you by Wayne White County's Electric Cooperative in Fairfield, who remind you that hybrid water heaters are the most energy-efficient way to maintain hot water for your home. If you are a Wayne White Electric customer and you purchase a hybrid electric water heater, you can get a $500 incentive rebate check from Wayne White. Learn more about this rebate online at WayneWhiteCoop.com. You can find all the cancellations and closings on our website at WFIWradio.com. Click on the red closings banner. The Fairfield retail merchants have postponed Girlfriend's Day Out. It was scheduled for April 4th. A makeup date has not been announced. Safe Haven Bible Center in Fairfield is closed until April 1st. The Wesleyan Church of Fairfield will not have Sunday services on March the 29th. Threads of Hope northeast of Albion on the Bone Gap Road will be closed the rest of March and the month of April. Threads of Hope will reopen in May. Clothing and shoes will still be accepted. The Wayne City Library is closing through March the 31st. The Wayne County Extension Office is closed until further notice. And the Fairfield First Christian Church will have online services only on March the 29th.
You may not realize how important 3 letters can be. For a patient who needs type A, B, or O blood, these letters can mean life, but there simply aren't enough people giving blood. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs it, but only about 3% of the population donates. Without more donors, hospitals may not have the blood needed to save lives. That's why the American Red Cross needs people to help restore the A's, B's, and O's that are depleting each day. When you make your appointment to donate blood at redcrossblood.org/missing types, you can help give strength to kids, parents, and grandparents who face life and death challenges. From cancer patients to accident survivors waiting for critical surgeries, your generosity can give someone more life. Don't wait until the letters A, B, and O are missing from hospital shelves. You are the missing type patients need. Visit redcrossblood.org/missing types or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to make your donation appointment today.
Coming up on 10 minutes before 9, Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler has joined us. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
So have you spent the weekend in the morning sanitizing all those vehicles?
I spent it in my garage, if you want to know the truth.
Okay.
Do you have to? I self-quarantine myself.
Here's the thing. I mean, do you have to wipe down those tires before you kick them, Sheldon?
We should be. That or we need to wipe down your feet, but that could be kind of chase you around trying to sanitize you.
All right, Sheldon.
Little paper barrier there that says sanitize for your protection.
The doors are locked, but the salespeople are in the house today. Is that right?
We're here, and we've got the back doors kind of closed up. But if you need service work or anything, just come through the showroom. We've got a place to kind of register there, and we're just trying to keep the contact down to a minimum.
All right. So mainly, if you want to buy a vehicle, go online to look, and then call and ask about it, right?
You can come in, but you're more than welcome to look on the interwebs and give us a call. Heck, I mean, like I said, we can arrange in-home test drives. We can do at-home deliveries. We can do service pickups and deliveries as well too.
All righty. And of course, that website, LeMansOnline.com.
Yep, that's a splash page. That'll pull up both our Chevy side and our Chrysler side.
All right. Any great deals going on now?
They've thrown some 0 for 84 on several GM models. I think the leftover 19s. I think there's quite a bit of 0 for 72 out there on the new 20s. And then Chrysler has come up with no payments for 90 days on several new vehicles. And then we have 0% for 84 on a good selection of new 19 and 20 vehicles.
All righty. Man, sounds like a deal. We will talk to you Thursday. Thanks for joining us.
All right, you guys have a great week.
All
Stay
right.
healthy.
All right, you too. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler joins us every Monday and Thursday on the WFIW Morning Show.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
The deadline for filing your tax return is April 15th, but did you know that it's also the last day to contribute to a tax-deductible IRA for the previous year? Conard Financial Group can help you take advantage of tax-deferred benefits and possibly even help you earn a deduction when you make last year's IRA contribution. Call Conard Financial Group at 842-7855 to learn how. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Your Fairfield area weather forecast, partly cloudy today, high 52. Cloudy tonight, low 44. Tomorrow, 90% chance for rain, high 52. Partly cloudy, 62 on Wednesday, and for Thursday, clouds and the high 72. Overnight low was 39. Yesterday's high was 45. Currently, humidity at 85%. Winds are relatively calm, and the pressure at 30.18. Right now, cloudy skies, 43 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar looks fairly good this morning. Nothing showing up anywhere in the area in terms of precipitation. Radar weather brought to you by the Conard Financial Group.
Oh, yeah. Little rock and roll this morning on Morning Coffee. Tom and Mark and Mike. Yeah. I watched that.
That was a good one.
It was good.
On Netflix?
Yeah, it was on Netflix, yep.
They were at a dance hall in Texas, the Gruen or Green.
The Gruen, I think.
Is it? And that's where the only artist on the planet, as far as my wife is concerned, plays often.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
George Strait.
All right, are we ready for
Yep,
trivia now?
yep.
All right, number one. Who played Chandler's father on Friends?
You know?
Yeah.
Well, then go ahead.
Kathleen Turner.
Yes, you got her. Kathleen Turner played Chandler's father, Charles Bing, in several episodes of Friends, including the one with Chandler's dad, which aired on May 10th, 2001.
Sorry. Not a big Friends guy.
Yeah. Number two, in Bewitched, what part of the body does Samantha twitch to cast a spell?
Everybody knows it's her cute little nose.
Yes.
There's other things. I mean, I thought Elizabeth Montgomery was one of the most beautiful women on TV. I really did. She was just real. I mean, and she was competing with who's coming up next.
Mm-hmm.
But
and that Barbara Eden, I thought, was equally.
But
beautiful.
did you think she was prettier than Sabrina?
The teenage witch?
Samantha was. Did you prefer Samantha or Sabrina?
Well, they both twitched their nose, didn't they?
They both twitched their nose.
Mm-hmm. All right,
both
number
played
three.
by the same character, but.
Number three, every episode of Seinfeld contained a reference to what superhero?
I believe Superman.
Yep.
Right?
You got her.
Every episode?
Every episode.
Every episode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick that up.
All right. Number 4. Who shot JR?
Well, you know, that was a really good cliffhanger, but I do believe that it was Mary Crosby who played Kristen, and that would have been the sister-in-law to JR, correct? Yes?
Wow, that is a real Wayne County way about going about the answer.
Yes.
Well, this is it was so and so, and she was the sister-in-law of.
And in '64, she was the homecoming queen at FCHS.
All right.
She had Yvonne A.N., and then she married Yvonne with just an N, so that caused all kinds of problems.
Oh.
Number 5. What color was Jeannie's harem costume in I Dream of Jeannie?
It kind of burned in my retina. You remember she couldn't show her belly button, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, the kind of the midriff, and Christy could help me with this, but the bottom.
The bottom went a little higher.
And
she pulled up her pants
high-waisted.
like Ed Grimley.
I tell you what, she didn't look anything like Ed Grimley.
No, not even
No,
close.
I'd say red. I mean, it's sort of an off red. I mean, kind of a
Off red.
kind of a
Or pink.
Did you? Did
It was pink.
it was pink? Well, pink is an off red.
Off red.
Off red.
You want some white on that red, and you've got
I
pink.
was sitting here thinking,
Is it pink?
going through this big explanation,
Was
and
it
I was
pink?
like, it'd be hilarious if you got this wrong.
Isn't it pink? I mean, isn't it
pink.
I mean, isn't it
It's
red?
pink, but it's red around the waist, and
Yeah.
it has red accents.
I guess I know where my eyes went.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What TV show did Sheriff Andy Taylor first appear in? Where did he get his start?
I'm going to take a shot. You
'Kay.
you know?
I believe I know. Yeah.
I'm
I've
going to
seen
say
you-
the Danny Thomas Show.
That's
Yes.
right.
Really? I
Yes.
was right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Have
You
you,
know-
not seen the original?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's what I did. It started as the Danny Thomas Show. It became Make Room for Daddy. And I watched about 3 or 4 of those episodes on either Netflix or on Amazon Prime, and I found it really entertaining, especially the way he interacted with his family, and how they ate. You know, they sat down and ate supper. It was a whole 1950s thing. It
Okay.
really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to watch the premiere episode.
Danny actually got arrested by
When
Sheriff
Danny gets
Taylor
arrested by
for
Sheriff
failing
Taylor.
to
Son of
come
a
to a
gun.
complete stop at a stop sign in the town of Mayberry.
What was Danny Thomas doing in Mayberry?
I don't know, but he was
Lost.
there. He was there.
He needed
Number
to get
7.
a ticket. He needed to advance the show.
You needed
Needed
to find
to
a way to
spin
introduce.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 7. Who was Alex P. Keaton's youngest sibling on Family Ties?
I was going to say Tina Yothers, who was, I don't know what her person, her
No,
role was.
they had a little blonde boy come in at the end,
He was the
and
fourth
it's like
child born in 1985.
it's like PJ or something like that.
Andy.
Andy.
Yep.
Andy Keaton.
Yep. Andy Keaton.
No idea.
All righty. Number 9. In what reality TV show are contestants eliminated by tribal council?
I know that.
I know that. Survivor.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. All right. In our number 9.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 9.
There you go.
was
He's
the
trying
youngest-
to call shots out there.
Who was the youngest
He's
person
keeping track of you.
to host Saturday Night Live?
I have an
Youngest ever.
idea.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
We
You
need
want me
to
to
know
do
the
my
name
idea?
and the age.
I could see what he's written down,
right?
and he has it right.
Okay. I have written down Drew Barrymore.
Yes, it is.
She
I'm
was
going to
7.
say 7. I put 8.
7. She was 7.
That was because she had been in Poltergeist or
E.T.
No,
E.T.
E.T.
All right.
Was
and
she
our-
in Poltergeist?
No, I don't
No,
think
I
that
don't
was
think
her.
So.
Okay,
That was
all
not
right,
her.
well.
And our final question for this morning, which will make the news guy very happy.
Yeah, he's not. He's going to put
Uh-huh.
it in my face because I don't think I know.
What character stays in Korea at the end of MASH?
Do you know?
I do know.
All right. Well, for a moment, I do remember the scene of Alan Alda looking down at the rocks, saying goodbye or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's not Alan Alda.
Phone call.
We got a phone call. Go ahead.
Heather O'Rourke was the girl in
Good morning.
Poltergeist.
You're on Morning Coffee.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to get someone else.
Okay.
All right. Well,
all right.
Yeah. That's my call.
All right. Try us back.
Talk to you in a few minutes, Mayor.
Oh, it's the mayor. All right.
We will have the mayor on tomorrow.
Well, good. And we need to talk to the mayor about how we're going to do that city council meeting on the air tomorrow night.
Okay.
So it's not Alan Alda. I'm looking.
Who?
Go ahead.
Well, let's see if we can think this
Help
out.
me through it?
Okay. Help you through it. Okay.
All right.
Think about all the characters in MASH.
Right.
Okay. Who would be the one to ironically stay behind?
Oh, Klinger.
Yes.
Oh, well, that was a great way to set it up, Tom.
Klinger proposes to Soon Lee Han, a Korean woman, but much to his frustration, she insists that she can't leave Korea until she finds her family.
Did he wear something plunging in the front for his wedding?
Now that I don't know.
No, he didn't.
All right.
But he did give his bride, Soon Lee, a wedding dress.
Because he had one.
Because he had one. It was his favorite. I don't know if it's really saying anything. If your bride could wear a wedding dress, you could wear, but
I guarantee it'd fall off my wife. All right, thank you very much, Tom, and we'll do this again tomorrow. All right.
Same
Thanks.
time, same channel.
Be safe out there. Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
It's what you've been looking for. WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, and WFIWradio.com, the news leader in southeastern Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in Wayne City. Visit Boyd Mattress Center and take a rest test. 20 models on display. 895-3000.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The Federal Reserve Bank announces a plan to lend money to local governments and to small and large businesses during this coronavirus outbreak. Reported cases in New York State are up 37% since yesterday in New York City.
Mayor Bill de Blasio says the city's hospitals are about 10 days away from running out of basic supplies needed to fight the coronavirus pandemic.
We essentially, at this point, this has been a trend over recent days, we represent shockingly about a third of the cases in the entire United States of America.
City hospitals are dedicating new coronavirus wings in their facility to handle the influx of patients as healthcare workers are being asked to reuse